incredible Phang Nang Beach on the other side of Raleigh Beach at and close to sunset. And you can see the tide is much lower. Literally you can walk across to the other side. You've seen in some of my other videos like the most beautiful beaches what it looks like. So if you're tuning in with me for the first time, my name is Katrina Julia. I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and CEO who loves to help creators and CEOs create it like a boss. I cover things on faith, wellness, marketing, business, travel, and communities. So in this video, I wanted to talk about that I am a Christian and I do EFT, EMDR, and therapy, among other modalities of healing. So for this video, we're going to focus on those three because so many times I hear fellow Christians talking about the power of prayer. And yes, prayer is powerful. And yes, prayer changes things. And yes, sometimes things change with us simply submitting and surrendering. However, also, faith without works is dead, and oftentimes the Spirit brings things to our attention so that we take action in ways that affect our minds, our bodies, our spirits, and our souls. Romans 12:2 tells us to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, and so that we may test and approve God's perfect, pleasing will. So EMDR is, if I'm saying the acronym correctly, forgive me if I'm not, I'm going to Google it later on when I have a signal. Eye desensitization, movement, and resonance, or something to that effect. So let's talk about therapy first. I first did therapy when I was in college, post an abusive relationship, post realizing so many different things that I didn't believe I was worthy. Then fast forward in between different healings, parts of my journey, fast forward into 2010 when I moved to Atlanta, and then deciding to go to therapy then and doing countless different Bible studies and different things. And through my journey of therapy and through my journey of being in personal development in different ways, I came across EMDR with Shailene Johnson, and basically prayed about it and didn't rush it and wasn't forcing like anything. And fast forward into about 3 to 4 years later, I ended up coming across a therapist that focused on practicing faith and EMDR and CBT and other methods and modalities of therapy. And I went through EMDR, and it's basically where you close your eyes, you're doing different aspects of tapping within your body or within your eyes, and you're literally like rewiring your mind to heal and take you back into the past. And through a couple of different things that I went back in the past with, whether it was things with family, things with finances, things with an abusive relationship, literally afterwards, you guys, the energy and the release and things that I went through, I had to take like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or like a half a day at the park to literally, in a sense, purge. And the transformation that happened through my spirit, through my soul, through my mind, through my body, and continues to happen. And it's been on my mind to possibly realign and do it online. You can do it online. I do recommend when you go through it, especially the first time, you go through it with a therapist. I'm looking at the water because it's getting closer to my bag. So that, and then a couple years later, I started coming across EFT. So EFT, if you don't know what EFT is, it's emotional freedom technique, and you're literally tapping on different points of meridians and different points of your body that are tied to your mind, to your brain, to energetic fields. There's so many studies, you guys, with EFT for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, for anxiety, for so many different things, and they continue to come up. So I came across it several years ago, I want to say through Marie Forleo, likely through Cassandra Bodzak, through Melanie from the UK and a couple other practitioners. And I started practicing it in between, and it's essentially like you start, I'm gonna do another video on EFT and an EFT session, what it looks like when I do it on my own, and then you can definitely check out any of the videos of the people I mentioned. And you're tapping on, like you start off on your karate chop, and you start off with a different statement like, even though I feel fear, shame, and guilt around being in financial debt, I fully forgive, love, accept, and forgive myself. And so you do 3 different statements like that on your karate chop. Then you go through points like your eyebrows. And in essence, you're speaking things out loud. So it reminds me a lot of Proverbs 18:21. And then you're reframing different things and saying, but I choose to see things differently. And then reframing them from negative to positive thoughts. And there's transition statements that happen throughout. So for example, like after going through those 3 meridian points, I might say something like, it feels really, really hard to struggle with not having love. Or it feels really, really challenging to not have and be financially free yet. But I choose to see things differently. So another point is the side of your eye. Another point is right under your eye. Another point is under your nose. Under your lip, in the middle of your chin. Here at your collarbone. Under, like at your bra strap for the ladies. And then at your top of your head. And then you repeat through those as you shift. And I believe you're literally rewiring neural pathways, literally transforming your mind, because I can tell you a lot of my thought patterns and a lot of my shifts and ways of being, ways of embodying, ways of thinking have to do with, like, I don't know the full exact aspects because I pray, I do EFT, I journal, etc. But I can tell you, I literally will judge how I feel before I do EFT, say in anxiety or in something, and then like on a scale of 1 to 10, because that's one of the things that you're prompted to do, and then afterwards, like how I feel, and I will feel noticeably different, and I have a different thinking around whatever it was that was challenging me before that. So comment down below. I'd love to know if you are a Christian, if you've thought about believing and connecting with our Creator. What are your thoughts? Do you do therapy? Have you done therapy? EFT, EMDR, other modalities of healing, which I also have talked about in the past, like breath work, like meditation, journaling, etc. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me know if you'd love to see an EFT video or other similar type of videos. And if you didn't know, this is filmed here in Thailand, and I am here at Raleigh Beach. Definitely check out my Thailand series. I am here now going into the 2nd month. It's an incredible country, and let's create it.